Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to go over a French press. Now I've never done a French press before, but I'm going to show you. I bought this one at Home Goods for 15 bucks. This seems to be a really popular brand, Bodum French press. But I've got some Peet coffee, and the biggest thing with a French press is going to be the grind. Now you need a coarse ground coffee bean. Now the best way to get that is with a burr coffee grinder. I had to go over to a friend's house and use their burr coffee grinder, but that's the biggest thing with a French press, because if you're using too fine a coffee, it's going to clog this filter when you press it down, and then it kind of ruins the whole coffee experience. But the biggest thing is going to be the coffee, how you grind the coffee. And you have to have something, you have to have water. So I've got an electric kettle here, and it's going to heat the temperature to around 200 degrees. Water boils at around 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is going to get it to about 200 degrees. And so I'm going to show you. So this is called a 4-cup. Even though it's not written anywhere on it, I'm going to show you how much water this thing actually holds. So I've got this filled up to about here with water. So it's going to go up to about here when you got coffee and everything in it. So I just want to show you, compared to a normal coffee maker. Now this does have an area. So it's got an area that has like a filter area where you got to turn the lid so that water can come out. So I just want to show you, that's about 4 cups in a coffee maker. So this is about 4 coffee maker cups. And the directions on it say to use one, it comes with a scoop, but that's 1 tablespoon of coarse ground coffee if you're going to put all 4 cups in here. Okay, so let's just talk about what we're going to do. We're going to pour the coffee in first. Then we're going to pour a little bit of water in and kind of stir it. Let it soak for 30 seconds. Then we're going to pour it all the way, the rest of it up with water to about here. And we're going to let it brew. We're going to put this on. We're not going to push the lever down. We're going to put the lever right on top of the coffee. We're going to let it brew for 4 minutes. After it brews for 4 minutes, you do one kind of slow action, press the filter down, and then your coffee is ready to drink. And the construction wise, these are really nice. So this comes out, that's kind of like the holder. This is all plastic here. It does have a metal handle, but this would be really easy to wash up in the dishwasher. I'm sure this is dishwasher safe. And same with this. This is going to be kind of simple to wash. Not sure. It doesn't unscrew. Maybe it does. Yeah. So it does unscrew from the base, so that you could take all this apart and wash it by unscrewing. It does unscrew right down there. But I'm going to leave it together. This is plastic. Again, this is kind of a wire mesh screen. It's going to keep the coffee grounds down in the bottom and out of your coffee. Okay, so I've got my coarse ground coffee grounds. Again, a burr coffee maker is going to work the best, not those little handheld electric ones. That's really not going to get the job done. So we're going to put 4 tablespoons in the bottom of this container. Okay, so we've got our 4 tablespoons of coarsely ground coffee grounds in there. Now we're going to fill it up to about here, and then we're going to stir it a little bit. This water is heated up to about 200 degrees temperature. This is a plastic kettle from Mainstays. It's an electric kettle, and it heats the water up to about 200 degrees. Water boils about 212 degrees. So I did a separate review on this plastic kettle. So we're going to pour in the hot water. Out there, nice and slow. Maybe that was a little too fast. Then we're going to stir it with a plastic or wooden spoon, just a little bit. That's going to kind of do an initial brew for 30 seconds. We're going to let that sit. There's what it looks like after I stirred it for 30 seconds. Looks really nice. Okay, so it's been 30 seconds. We're going to pour the rest of our water in nice and slow. We're going to fill it up to about here. Kind of go in a circular motion. Nice and even. Now we're going to stop. Now we're just going to do one last stir, just a little bit. Okay, then we're going to put this on. Now it does have this is the opening for the spout. So we're going to push this down a little bit. Make sure the opening is away from the spout so that when you push this down after 4 minutes, it's not going to scald you. So then we're going to push this lever down to where it's just touching the coffee grounds right there. It just touched them. Now we got to let it sit for 4 minutes. You can set a timer or use your Amazon device. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes. Now we're going to slowly press down the plunger. And this is going to brew our pot of coffee. And there you have it. We're going to leave the plunger down. That keeps the coffee grounds down there. We can turn this now so that the spout can come out. And then we can pour a cup of coffee. Well, that French press, it does have a different taste. It's a little bolder taste, maybe. Boy, it does just taste a little different. So let's check temperature. Okay, so that it's 165 by the time you're ready to drink it. 167. That's exactly the same as a coffee pot. That's a really piping hot cup of coffee. And it does taste really good. So I like the handle. The handle doesn't get hot. Be careful. The glass does get hot. You know, the lid's a little hot, not too bad. But overall, that's a really nice design. Pours really good. Let's pour another cup of coffee. So those are two pretty big coffee cups, and that's pretty much all you're going to get out of it. I do have a third. So yeah, two big coffee cups and about a half. So it looks like it did a really good job of keeping the coffee grounds down below. Okay, so I've let my cup of coffee sit for a little bit. I just want to see if there's any sediment in there. I'm guessing there's going to be. Yeah, there is. Now again, I don't know whether sediment is good or bad, but I'm just wanting to show you that you do get some sediment in there. Mainly because you're not able to use a paper filter in there. But it's not terribly bad. Let's just go over cleanup real quick. You're going to take the plunger out. You are going to get a little bit of coffee on the bottom of it. You're going to have to, beat off. And getting those coffee grounds out of there. Dump it upside down and kind of tap the bottom. May help to get like a little squeegee. So like a cooking spatula, that are plastic. You can kind of use that to help you get the coffee grounds out so that you can recycle them and you're not dumping a bunch of coffee grounds down your drain. So again, this is just a dad. This was my first French press. Everything kind of hinges on the grind of the coffee. That's going to be the biggest part in this, and you want to make sure you've got good hot water. But I hope this video helps. To me, it tasted just a little bit weak, but it did have a good taste to it. So if you could, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.